Hello everybody. How you doing? It's Clown's Paranormal Van Life. Hey, this broadcast is being sent from out of Alabama, from out of my van, of course. I've got some Bigfoot news tonight. I'm gonna read off to you. I'll have the link to the newspaper article in my in the description box. Hello there, Juanita. Hey, Flamin' Werfer. Alright. Don't come licking me all in the face. Look at there. See what I gotta put up with? See what I gotta put up with that, you crazy varmint. Alright. Let's get to my house. What's everybody doing there? If y'all can, hit that like, share button. Get this out. Try to go. Get this up the YouTube algorithm. Fix to start it. Oh, bro, tornado siren's not a good thing at all. If 4 Amber alerts, that's not good either. That's not good at all. I'm glad you're okay, bro. Hey, Penguin. I'm glad you're here. There we go. Let's see if we can get. I'm going to try to share this. It's not going to let me. Alright, yeah, Sugar's a good girl. Yeah, Firefox said let me do it. Oh, some cargo pants? Them's cool. Alright, I've got the link in the description box below. You can check it out. This is out of Richland Source. I've got the link in the description box. You can check out the link. This is news sources and also creepypasta crap out up. But it's from May 20th, 2021. Bigfoot. Woman reports Sasquatch encounter outside gym in Ashland. Ashland, this is Colorado. The 20-year-old woman walked out of the warehouse 24-hour gym around midnight. Her workout complete. She turned to the right and headed to her car in the well-lit parking lot. There were no other vehicles in the lot on that side of the building, constructed and opened in 2018. But she was reportedly not alone on the cool, clear spring night, April 24th. The woman heard a twig snap. She looked up and saw a creature 7 or 8 feet tall and covered in gray fur, racing back into the woods about 30 yards away. It was far too large, likely several hundred pounds, and moved too quickly to be a man, she believed. Shaken and in tears, she called her parents from a nearby restaurant, asking them to come drive her home. She had likely encountered a Sasquatch, according to the nationally acclaimed Bigfoot investigator Matthew Moneymaker, who has devoted much of his life to the pursuit of the mysterious creature, including the national cable TV show Finding Bigfoot. Moneymaker, a California resident who founded the Bigfoot Field Researchers Organization in 1995, spoke to the woman and her father before posting report number 69065 on his website. There were plans to visit her in person and to gain more information and to research the location of the sighting outside the gym at 1151 Commerce Parkway on the city's east side. Unfortunately, Moneymaker said some of the woman's friends and co-workers learned of her experience through the website and made light of her claim. She and her father asked her name to be removed from the website report, a request which Moneymaker complied. She isn't interested in further participation. She isn't backing off what she claims she saw. She stands by what she saw, and so do her parents, he said. She is a young woman and doesn't want people who may be ignorant making fun of her. I believed her, and I do think it happened. This is not a hoax report. Moneymaker, who lived in Ohio for 4 years in the early 1990s while earning a law degree from the University of Akron, said the woman's stories raised far more green flags than red ones. It was those green flags that led me to believe there is something to this, he said. Her father is the one who filed a report on the website. He has a lot of trust and faith in his daughter and what she said she saw that night. He knows she saw something that scared her. According to the report Moneymaker authored, the Ashland woman was certain the creature she saw was not any other kind of animal or a human being in a costume. It ran back into the woods at an angle to the right and was quickly obscured from her view by the corner of the gym building. She only saw a side view as it ran off with large arms swinging. She said she most likely would not have noticed it but for all the noise of the twig breaking, which she assumed was caused by the creature standing on wood debris. The way it bolted off when it fled was what frightened her the most. It was very fast. The girl's father went to the site next morning and found lots of deer tracks and exposed patches of ground around that parcel of woods. A quarry often pursued by the Sasquatch, according to Moneymaker. Moneymaker, who was familiar with the area, used maps available on the internet to examine the surrounding area, resulting in more green flags. Whichever way that deer would use to access the island of woods behind the warehouse gym is likely the same pathway the Sasquatch would have used, Moneymaker said. If a deer or Sasquatch came to those woods from the north, there's only 100 yards or so of exposed field to cross in the dark, reaching the large swampy area connected to the Jerome Fork of the Mohican River. So the location is more plausible for a Sasquatch than it appears at first in aerial photos. The key element is the presence of deer. That shows there's both a pathway and a reason for a Sasquatch to approach the edge of development late at night, Moneymaker said. He said the recent economic development on the eastern edge of the Ashland community has likely encroached on areas that Sasquatch have frequented previously unseen. In his website report, the Bigfoot guru suggested those interested in check the swampy zone directly north of the sighting. A specific place to look for tracks would be where the swampy zone in the Jerome Fork passes underneath the I-71 freeway. Follow the deer paths in the area. Within a couple of days, he said, a woman who had seen his web report was traveling through the area on I-71. He said she stopped and took photos and found what looked like excellent places on the Jerome Fork where it flows under the highway that would be prime spots for a Sasquatch to take refuge. Class A, Moneymaker assigned the Ashland sighting a Class A rating, the highest on his three-tiered scale. According to his website, the difference between the classifications relates to the potential for misinterpretation of what was observed or heard. A given witness might be very credible, but could have honestly misinterpreted something they've seen, found, or heard. Thus, for the most part, the circumstance of the instantial for the misinterpretation, and therefore the classification of the report. He said Class A reports involve clear sightings and circumstances where misinterpretation or misidentification of other animals can be ruled out with greater confidence. In Ashland, there are only three possibilities. Either the witness is lying, which I'm sure she is not, or she saw someone in a Bigfoot costume, which makes no sense. Ordinarily, in a hoax, the person reporting the sighting or taking the photos is in on the scam. Or she saw a real Bigfoot, which I believe is the case here. After a while of doing these kinds of investigations, you get a pretty good idea at knowing that someone is telling the truth, Moneymaker said. He said there have been thousands of incredible Sasquatch sightings over the years, including many in the Mohican River area, adding more credibility to the Ashland woman's report. Alrighty. Let's see. My hypothesis is they follow water, creek streams, rivers, ridge lines, and abandoned railroad beds, as well as power line routes. Those are the same pathways followed by deer which Sasquatch are seeking. According to his website, this marks the sixth Sasquatch sighting in Ashland County, dating back to 1943 when a man recalled being picked up by a Bigfoot as a child. More recently, in 2015, residents at a campground near Loudonville reported seeing a tall figure, perhaps 8 feet tall, in the shadows before it bolted away. Moneymaker said Ohio has become a hotbed for Sasquatch sightings. It's where he had his own face-to-face sighting in a wildlife area in the eastern Ohio in the 1990s. His website lists 309 Ohio sightings. Oh, come on now. Gumsley County. All right, I'm going to call this one quits here for a second. Back to the article. Y'all can follow it along. Hey, David. Hello, Venom. I popping fireworks off out here and Precious and Sugar's getting upset, but I'll keep having to pop Sugar with a shocker collar with a auto alert to make sure she don't run down to find where the fireworks are coming from and maybe bite somebody. What's happening, Venom? Hey, David, by God. But I've added the link below in the description box. There's more to it. All right, Fleming. Well, we glad you come by, bro. But I thought that was pretty interesting there. Hello, Tobio. How you doing? Sugar. Good night, Fleming. Every time he pop it, yeah, I don't know. Maybe Bigfoot was trying to get in the gym to have a workout. Nah, I'm stuck with preying on deer. You get where you look at where they've got deer at, you'll find Bigfoot. But I say find them, I mean, you might be there and them looking at you and you not even know they're there. But they crafty. It's amazing at how come something that's so big can get around so quiet. It needed a shower, huh? From the sound of it, that girl got scared and bad enough she might have needed a shower. Shit, you get out there in the areas, like I was out there in Arkansas looking for that Boggy Creek monster, and you stand there in the woods and you looking around and there's no animals. There's no squirrels, there's no deer. Hey, I'm ready to get for the 4th too, Tobio. You get that creepy feeling of being watched, and you look around and there's no animals. I think them Bigfoot will sit there and prey on small animals, and they kind of clear an area out. And over a period of time, they end up migrating and moving to other areas. Out there in the woods, I found where them boar hogs have been tearing the woods up, rutting around for grub and whatnot to eat. But it was all old signs. I found where them boar hogs have been at them Arkansas Razorbacks, and I'm like, ooh, I don't want to be in the woods on foot at night with them Razorbacks by myself. And I'd ease back out. Well, I looked around in there a couple of different times. Never saw a Razorback. Didn't see any new places where they've been rutting at. I think that Bigfoot had a taste for bacon. There's one case I'd heard about where they found where a farm guy was missing a hog, and the hog they assumed weighed as much as 250 pounds, and something that got it by its back legs, swung it into a tree and beat it to death on a tree at chest level on a man. And it had him a snack. And the idea that any normal human being could pick a 250-pound hog up and beat it to death against a tree, that's kind of far-fetched to me. I don't see how you can do it. Damn, Tobio, that's wild. I can believe that. Hey, K-Pub. Abbott. Yep, that's freaky. Your worldview changes there when you see one. I didn't never say I didn't believe in Bigfoot. I did, but never really had an interest in looking for them or really put too much thought into Bigfoot till I saw one. And saw it about 10 or 12 feet away in the daytime. And that, for me, that's when I know that things are real. I always kind of wondered how much of it was hoaxing. Or people maybe saw a bear or something and thinking it was them Bigfoot misidentifying it. But what I saw, I know damn well what it was. And it was about my height, covered in long black hair. And it had legs like a human. It moved like a human. It just didn't make any noise. And from a distance of 12 feet in the daylight, me looking at it, it wasn't no freaking bear. They stink like hell. That's when I believe they travel, they mark their territory. Bigfoot I believe, uses scent gland. If you look at them male gorillas, can activate a scent gland under their armpits that exude a stench for attracting a mate or marking a territory. And they've been proven that another male gorilla come around that they feel intimidated by, they can turn that stench off at will. I believe that Bigfoot will sit there and do that. They set as a form of warning, saying, this is mine. But I'm going to keep doing that Bigfoot news and looking through, finding stuff that I believe is credible and putting articles out. That damn smell could hang around for a while, Penguin. Y'all have any Bigfoot reports or cryptids y'all want to talk about? Let me know. I can go back and research and see what I can find out. Here lately, I've taken an interest in skinwalkers. I've run across a rather obscure named one that's not a skinwalker. Or not a skinwalker, or a Wendigo, not a Wendigo, but it's an offshoot of it. It's different. I've been thinking about doing a story on. Well, I'd not say story because people hear that and they think you're making stuff up. I'm talking about news related articles. I'm just waiting to get paid. Tobio's told me about a place where there's a Bigfoot, supposed to be a mutated Bigfoot at, according to eyewitnesses, or a werewolf, and I want to go there so bad. I'll be trying to go find that place, that road here pretty quick. Look at that. Here you go, Sugar Booger. What you doing, Sugar Booger? Hey. Yeah. How y'all like my new shirt? Alright, y'all. Well, I figure feed these dogs, y'all. Figure get for now. Appreciate everybody showing up. I'll be back again live for 9 o'clock tomorrow night. We'll start back on to them 9 o'clock live streams. Appreciate y'all so much. Y'all have a good one, and I love y'all to death. And we'll see you in a few.